Frosthair, and we are back playing MLB The Show. We are 10 games into our season, and we're about to go for game number 11. It's going to be Mad Bum versus Kevin Gausman in San Francisco. So they are going back to Mad Bum going back home. Just trying to get Twitch set up here for a second. Okay, I'm ready to roll. Manage stream. Let's update our stream info real quick. We're baseball. Yep. Okay, cool. Our bit rate's looking good. So yeah, let's let's get going. Let's try this out. I did up my internet just because I'm working from home. So hopefully, we should be good here. The 9-1 Diamondbacks take on the 1-8 Giants. Let's wear throwback road unis today here at Oracle Park. Quick counts with partly cloudy. I'm a big fan of the partly cloudy. Let's put Escobar at first. Let's put Rojas at third. He's a righty, so that's probably fine. Oh shit, I messed that up. Did it backwards. Wait, there he is. Carson Kelly can play third base. Interesting. Let's start Voggett today, and then that should be good, I think. So I know that I've been putting up videos on YouTube, but we haven't had too many. Oh, I'm gonna dip in here on the low frame rate, so maybe we won't finish. Well, I haven't dipped any frames, so I got a 5-second delay still. I think we're good.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next.
Giants trying to get back on track.
Kevin Gausman,
you got a team that's 1-8. You start looking at 1-8 through the season. Obviously, it's not over. It's a long season, but when you start 1-8, you gotta turn some stuff around quickly. You gotta have that 9-1 return just to get back above 500. And that's something where that's tough. 500 ball doesn't necessarily get you in the playoffs. 500 ball doesn't get you the playoffs, and that's just the way it is. Oh, I don't know, man. Can I review that one? It looked pretty safe to me. Yeah, it definitely looked like his foot got there before the tag. Not gonna let me review it, huh?
Now the 2-1. Down the first baseline.
Ooh, nice play at first.
He'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Nice play at first. Bit rate's looking good.
Stepping up to the plate.
Is he batting 519? Is that what that says? 519. Good lord. He's crushing the ball too. Fouled it off. He was swinging fences. He was green light on a 3-1, man.
3-2 pitch.
Let's see.
And another foul ball.
I was late.
Making him sweat out there.
I was early. What? Early on a 2-seamer?
Swinging a drive to right by Peralta. This one's got some carry, and it's gone.
Number 9 on the season. Peralta's juicing, man. The ball was juiced or something. I didn't even see where the ball went to in the sky.
Former pitcher David Peralta. Home run number 9 on the year, and the Diamondbacks strike first. It's 1-0.
Man.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
That was nice. That's where we went. So it just got over the wall. I'm also so I upped my internet speed, but I think they're also sending me a new router. So that should be fun because I'll get the new router. I'll come up with probably cool new Wi-Fi names. Currently we have Raccoon City and the Mushroom Kingdom.
3-2 pitch.
I tried to hold up, but it's good that I didn't, because that would have been strike 3. So Rojas here in. It's too busy wearing a microphone. But Peralta gives Arizona the lead. That thing curved big time too. Just got over. Looks like a fan caught it out there. Nice.
Stepping up to the plate, Wilmer Flores. He'll lead things off here in the bottom
It's
half of the
interesting
first.
to see like a tall lefty in this uniform because it reminds you of Randy Johnson. He's got the hair.
Big innings in his career, and over that time he's punched out over 1,800 batters, placing him just outside the all-time top 100 on the strikeout list.
Man, you think about that. 1,800 strikeouts. He's not even top 100 yet. That's nuts. Like, I know that they play, like, you think about how many guys there are in baseball. There's, like, 8 pitchers on a team per year, and there's 30 teams, so there's more than 8 pitchers on a team. There's got to be at least 10. 10 to 12. My brain is not working. So yeah, 10 to 12 per year, or per team per year. So that's 300 pitchers a year. And I don't even know how many strikeouts a pitcher has per year. Let me get some to drink. Hold on.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point.
So
Chance to jump out again to another 1-0
it's got
lead.
like
They've
the
really
allergies
been
here in
doing
town,
that.
man.
They've been
Tucson's
attack early on
Arizona
offense,
allergies.
almost
People used to say,
ambushed
"Come to
like
Arizona. If you have allergies, come to Arizona." And all those people that had allergies brought their allergies with them. There's no pollen, nothing. But for some reason, you know, February through May every year, I'm over here like swallowing snot 5 times a day. Wake up, it's like spitting loogies. I have a CPAP machine now because I dealt with a lot of snoring, and apparently I have small airway, but sometimes like I got it in the fall, so I didn't have any problems all winter. Ooh, sorry, that splitter. I was right down the middle too. But I didn't have any problems all winter, and now that I'm getting in the warmer weather with the allergies and stuff, every night, you know, I get that, like, get the stuffy nose on one side, and it makes it hard to breathe. I'm sure that's also why I snore a lot, is like the whole breathing through your mouth thing, because your nose is clogged. So if I have a night where my nose is clogged for the first 2 hours of me me sleeping or whatever, you know, it's hard to sleep, and now that I'm supposed to be trying to breathe through my nose with this machine, it's difficult, you know. But now that I've got the machine, I am sleeping so much better. I except for a few nights when I know I don't get enough sleep, like nights where I go to bed at like 12:30, midnight, 12:30, 11:30, and I've been up, especially if I'm like reading or playing games, in bed before I go to sleep. So if my wife wants to go to bed, we usually go to bed together, and we don't watch TV in the bedroom anymore while we're sleeping. We used to. She hated it, but it was something I needed. So when we had the baby, we had to come up with some sort of way to do things, because the baby was in the room with us. So
bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford.
So
3-2 pitch.
I basically have my iPad. I have an earphone in for falling asleep, which earphones generally aren't that comfortable for me, so I had a pair of sleeping earphones, which were really cool, or just, I guess it's like a headband earphone set. It's kind of like a sleep mask, but with like the very small earphone padding, the big round things. The flat things that go in like a regular headset, the flat part is in the headband, and so that goes over your ears, and there's a cord out the back that connects to where device you're using. So I was using that for a little bit, and that worked. But I think I was doing a lot of damage to them while I was sleeping, because and they're also like $10 on Amazon. So that was those. I bought like 3 of them, and they weren't working out for me very well. So I stopped listening to it a little bit when the baby came, because I know that probably get people mad about this or whatever, but we were co-sleeping for a little bit. I had to go out of town for a business trip for about 3 days over the weekend, and my wife, usually what would happen when she was younger is that, when my baby was younger, was that if she was having trouble sleeping or something, I would go and rock her in the chair. She falls asleep while I'm holding her, and then I just rock in the chair and watch TV on my phone, watch my iPhone, or we eventually moved the chair into like the living room, so I watch TV with like a headset or something with the Roku TV, so I can plug headphones into my phone and watch any of the Roku apps on the TV through my phone. So I was doing that, and then eventually we started, so because of that, she had these 3 days where the baby wasn't sleeping during the day very much without her holding her, and then at night, when I would generally hold her for a couple hours for her to sleep, basically she wasn't sleeping. So she put it in the bassinet. It wasn't working. She just wouldn't go to sleep, and her sister was supposed to be here helping, and she got busy with something else and couldn't end up helping. So my wife was on her own basically while I was out of town, and so she said, if I lay her in the bed with me, she sleeps. And so that was the only way she could do it. So that's what she did for those couple days. The problem with that was, when those couple days were over, when those couple days were over, she wouldn't go back in the bassinet. So like, she would sleep in the bassinet normally for a little bit and then wake up. But in this case, she stopped. Like, she just would not sleep in the bassinet ever again. Oh, Madison Bumgarner, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know.
Way to break up the rhythm. That was almost 8 in a row. This guy was starting to get his bearings about him on the mound. Had to break it up.
Okay.
So now to the plate, Wilmer Flores.
Oh, Wilmer. So I gave up a hit to the pitcher and leadoff man Wilmer Flores. I still just don't know, man. I don't know why Wilmer is their guy. I don't know why he's their guy. Doesn't make sense. Just does not make sense to me. Oof. Come on, you got him. You got change up away.
Line towards center field.
We're at home.
That's in there, base hit.
He did not attack that very well.
And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Come on, Mad Bum.
Hey, D-Row, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard.
So anyways, I forget what point of the story was.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate.
Oh, so yeah. So now, so when she was sleeping beside us, I couldn't use the iPad, and I couldn't use the TV. She was right in the middle of us. So if I wanted to look at the iPad, my wife couldn't roll the other direction because the baby was between us. She didn't want to roll back over in the middle of the night. And that kind of just like made it so that we were kind of limited on what I could do. So I was having a lot of problems sleeping because, well, one, you have the baby sleeping next to you, so you're worried about rolling over on her, and then you are just having trouble sleeping anyways because she's up every couple hours, you know. Like, she wants to eat, wet diaper, or whatever. And thankfully, we've been able to be successful in sleep training now. So it's just us two in our bedroom. And because of that, you know, we've gone back to the iPad. So I sleep with the iPad. I usually watch a couple minutes of it, depending on how tired I am. I'll watch like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. I always try it, and then I'll put it face down and just let it play. So I have something going on in my ear, and that really helps me sleep. Especially because I've been used to watching TV going to sleep for the last basically probably 20 years of my life, since I was 8 or 9 years old. I think was when I got my first TV in my room. But beyond that, watching TV isn't as much as like just listening into something. So like I was doing podcasts for a little bit, but it wasn't working for me. I think I need something that's like, because a podcast is designed to make it so that let's go on, man, come on. A podcast is designed so that everything, or an audiobook, whatever, is designed so that everything you're hearing paints a picture for you. Whereas if I'm watching a video, I'm not necessarily doing that much imagining, not using that much imagination, because I can peek and see, oh, this is what scene they're in, or I'm watching like Mario Maker on YouTube, and it's like, oh, well, this is the level that they're playing, etc. And I think that's where it really comes into play with, just having something in the background. A couple years ago, I went through a tough-ish time in my life, and being able to she's up, but she can't come out for at least another 12 minutes. So we got 12 minutes to finish this game. We're not going to finish it in 12 minutes, but we can try to get as far as we can, and then maybe I'll stop. And if she's still awake, then I'll stop and finish the game later. I'll record the rest and put it on YouTube. But I forget what I was trying to say.
So it's no runs on the base hit. Also one error in the inning, but two men
oh yeah,
left on.
and so
On to
when
the
during
top
that
of inning
time,
number 5 we go. All tied at 1-1.
you have a lot of like, everyone has stuff they go
New
through.
inning set to get underway.
Lose your
Down to the
job,
plate, Nick
break
Ahmed.
up,
He flew out in his last at bat.
you lose a family member, something like that. And in my time of what was going on in my life, I needed kind of like a social guidance, or a social, something social. And I had some friends, but I wasn't really in a position to go hang out with them, at least on a nightly basis. Every once in a while was fine or whatever. And
it's fouled away.
so it was something where you wanted someone to talk to or whatever. You wanted just to be part of a conversation. And that's what actually got me started with Twitch and everything, was because I started watching people on Twitch. I watched I want to say the first person I started watching, the first person I really, there we go, Boggett. He's got like 3 hits on the year, and all 3 of them are home runs. But oof.
Anytime you can put some points on the board, we're not sure if this is going to be the difference in the game or not, but certainly when you get a big swing like that, make the fellas in the dugout feel a lot happier about the way this one's going to turn out at the end.
At the plate now, Starling Marte. Line drive to left.
Nice, get down.
Yastrzemski's got it
So yeah, so I started watching. I was on Kotaku a lot, and I started watching Patrick Klepek, who was doing Mario Maker when Mario Maker first came out. I watched a couple of his things. I wasn't like super into it. I liked watching him because he's a nice guy, personable, didn't use a lot of bad words. It's just a fun time to watch his stream. He was not great at Mario, and this was before like I found all the crazy stuff that happens. Well, then you got the videos of like where they're like, oh, these are the craziest Mario Maker levels, the hardest Mario Maker levels, and it was Panga.
That was a good job tying
Panga, it was a Panga level, and there were a bunch of people playing it. I watched a couple videos on YouTube. I ended up finding Carl Sagan 42. He played a lot of hard Mario Maker levels, also talked a lot about science, very comedic relief. It was good during that time for me. And eventually, I started watching Grand Pooh Bear videos of Mario Maker, and so I was almost exclusive on those two for a while, and then eventually I think I ran out of videos. I had watched all of their videos on YouTube. That's crazy because they had so many. So I started watching some other people that they were into. Pooh had started playing. There we go, Marte. That's in the McCuddy Cove, easy. But so Pooh started playing, Grand Pooh Bear started playing
some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those days. Yeah, but there's a saying,
Grand Pooh World, which is a Super Mario ROM hack, which is a lot of backstory in that one if you really want to go into it. But Super Mario ROM hacks are basically, you take this a program called Lunar Magic, and you take the read-only memory of the Super Mario World game for the Super Nintendo, and Lunar Magic lets you basically create, I keep saying basically, but it lets you create your own game, essentially. You still have to follow all the rules of Mario for the most part, but you can create your own levels, you can create your own world map. Basically, you create your own Mario world game. And this actually came out, I think, ROM hacks came out before Mario Maker. So Mario Maker was trying to kind of fight off this trend of people doing Mario ROM hacks. Well, Grand Poo World is made by a guy called Barbarous King. He's a former teacher and artist from the state of North Carolina. And he very quickly became, because of this game that he made, and I know that he played levels on Twitch. Part of this process was finding out that he also played Mario Maker on Twitch and everything like that. So I started watching him. He quickly became one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube and Twitch. So now, him, Grand Pooh Bear, and Carl are the three that I watch the most. There's a couple of, I've ventured out into some other things, as those three have played other games that aren't Mario Maker. I have myself kind of branched out to find other Let's Plays and other
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Marte on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice
content
play for
creators
the first out.
to follow.
Stepping into the box,
So there's a couple of other YouTubers that I watched.
so far.
If you have a full Let's Play that and you have good commentary, as well as showing basically the full game, not like cutting around and everything, I'll probably watch. I'll try. I found a couple people where I've watched, like they've been nice to me and they're like, hey, watch my channel, blah blah blah. And I've kind of watched, and you know, I feel bad because I don't want to watch and be like, nah, you're kind of boring, you're not that funny. I prefer people that talk to chat, which is, I mean, I know this is silly for me to say because of the fact that, like, I'm not over talking to chat, but also I don't have a chat to talk to. So some of these people, you look at their stream and you got, oh, well, you've got 500 subscribers on YouTube. You've got your Twitch partnered. But yet, I look at your YouTube videos for your Let's Play, and you're doing basically what I'm doing, where you're not talking, you're only talking about the game. You're not talking about anything else. And I think that's one of the things that, like I said, that original reason that I got into watching Twitch streams was because I liked that, like, feeling of, let's just have a conversation. Let's you and I talk about how the day went. Let's talk about what's on your mind about this thing. What's your favorite movie? Why is your favorite movie? Etc. And that's stuff that Twitch chat brings. Twitch chat, or even YouTube chat, YouTube comments, whatever. You know, that's something where you look at one of those things.
Late swing, ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. And he waited nicely that time as this is lined into center field for a leadoff single.
Don't do it.
That's what we refer to in the biz.
You like to have this conversation?
Right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Nick Ahmed.
I thought that was outside. So, I don't know. I like having those conversations. I try to have as many of those conversations as I can during these games. I try to have them when I'm playing other games. Sometimes it's hard when you're playing, like, playing Lords of the Fallen or Dawn of Fear. It's just, you get to the point where you're like, I don't want to talk too much about, like, I had a shitty day at work, blah, 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 because you don't want to take away from the game, especially with some of those horror games. Like, the Lords of the Fallen is probably easy. I mean, that one, you're more focusing on, like, how do I not, like, die right now? How do I not get murdered by all these dudes? But Baseball. It's easy. You play baseball on autopilot. I've been playing baseball on autopilot this whole game. I don't even know I barely know who's batting. I don't have anyone up in the bullpen, and I need to. Let's do Duplantier. Why not? Bring him up. See what he wants to do. And then we will.
Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again.
And we'll bat someone for him. We'll put Leyba in.
Domingo Leyba will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
I mean, that's one of those things for me.
Now before the next pitch,
where
time is called at home plate as he'll step
I'll always try to do that if I can. Sometimes you're not always going to be able to. You know, that's the nature of the beast. Is you're focusing on the game, you're focusing on not dying, you're focusing on trying to give that experience that I want from other people, which is play the whole game, let the whole storyline play out. You know, I want commentary, but I also want to be able to see. I want to be able to watch the game and know what's going on.
With a base hit. Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, he could have some issues here.
It is 1-2 now.
So, I don't know. There we go. I mean, that gives Duplantier a little bit of a. We weren't using what's his name tonight, anyways. We couldn't use Bradley tonight because Bradley's been out. Pitched like 3 days in a row. We don't want to go for 4 days in a row and just completely ruin it. So, more runs the better right now. Their bullpen is just rough. So rough. But I don't know. I enjoy. Well, I'm in all-star difficulty. I wonder how difficult it will be. How different it will be, should I say.
And he fouls this one off.
I assume I'm just going to get no pitches to hit whatsoever.
The 1-2 pitch.
Barely.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate.
So,
Good job to corral this
I
quickly
don't know.
as the runners hold on.
But
good change up in the dirt. Strike
that's a good
3.
change up too.
Go to first, and that gets him out of
Great
the jam.
change up. I mean, Kel Marte looked like his eyes were about to fall out of his head, but so Duplantier is ready, and we'll see what he can do. He's got a 3-run lead. He's a long reliever with great stamina. So I mean, we could go 3. We could go 3 inning save.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
So far, it's really difficult to control this.
Been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff.
Not super sure how well this will go.
3-2, full count. And it's fouled away.
Fastball's only up to 95, 94. Oh shit!
3-2. And that
yeah, that was a walk.
4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th. And that'll bring up Buster Posey. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball 2-1.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big.
I'm gonna be real interested to see how everything goes with sports over the next weeks.
4-1 our score to this point. Fouled away.
I don't know. I think there's so much guessing going on right now with all of the nation, the world almost. We got nice double play ball there. Got half the country is like on. Half the country wants complete lockdown of everything. We can't leave our houses. The military will deliver food to your door, like all that stuff. everyone's getting money from the government to buy stuff online or support businesses, pay bills, whatever you need to do. And then you got the other half of the country who's like, this pandemic isn't a real thing, social distancing is stupid, etc., etc. Open everything back up. Give me my sports. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out.
What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
I unfortunately had to go into the office today. The internet here at the house wasn't working on my computer. I think I got it figured out. I upped my speed to a higher internet. It kicked in this afternoon. That's why I'm trying to do the streaming to see just how well everything's going. But I've also I'm at the point where
stepping in and ready for another shot. Josh Rojas, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
I'm prepared. We're prepared to stay here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Long term if we need to.
8th inning, 4-1 is our score.
We already had a lot of frozen meals just because or not frozen meals, I guess, but we have frozen stuff. We have frozen chicken breast you make for chicken. We have frozen hamburgers that we use for hamburgers, hamburger helper, spaghetti. So
Escobar standing in. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
We're prepared here, but it's
1-1. Waves
we know the country's not necessarily like that. We didn't even have to go out and buy like a bunch of stuff.
To get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
So.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Ugh. But it was
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
definitely interesting to see how everything changed, and different cities too. Even just here in our we have a small metropolitan area.
There is Crawford.
And I say that as in we have a city with a small city connected to us. We should have 2 cities, one on the north, one on the south. But not like huge. And we closed. Our mayor said no dining in at restaurants at all. Everything's mandated to be shut down. No bars, nothing. And then just one of the small cities outside of us, who, there's not even like a real differentiator. It's just our city, the city I live in blends in with their city. It's basically, like I said, it's kind of like a suburb of our major city. But their mayor was just like, no, we recommend you guys shut down, but you don't have to. If you want to stay open, go for it. And I think that's one of those things where it's just real strange to me to see that happen. There's no solidarity on anyone's part. You've got half the people, like I was just saying, half the people want to go out and do stuff. There was all those kids that went to spring break in Florida. We're just like, who cares about coronavirus? Let's party, man. So, I don't know. It's a bigger philosophical question, right? You feel for those, for the ones that stay home, you feel for them. Just like with anyone, right? Kids that are missing school. High school kids missing graduation. High school kids who are counting on their sports in the senior year to get them into college. High school kids who are counting on, a comeback year in their senior year of high school to make it to college, just academically.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so
Kids who have
get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only
all
have
their friends
27
are
outs.
only at school.
They're running out of those pretty quick.
And this
Ah.
is taken here for ball 4. Just the second
Oh, I
walk
should
he's
probably sit
allowed
down.
in
What's his
his
name?
8th inning of work.
He's probably getting tired out there.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
down.
Bases are loaded in front of him, so a real
Chafing up.
opportunity for him to put a dent in that 3-run deficit. He's set. The 2-2.
Got him.
Strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands.
So I'll let
3.
Duplantier keep pitching until.
Now we're going to have a
Until he's
conference
done.
at the home plate area, so
But
it would appear that
you
we'll
feel
see
for
a
those
double
kids, the
switch
kids
here.
that actually
Tyler
like
Rogers
take it seriously and everything. And you know, I'm not saying don't leave your house. I'm not saying that that's not that everything needs to be shut down. You know, I don't know. I don't necessarily have a stance on it either way because I don't know that anyone. I like to make educated decisions, and I don't know that anyone truly knows enough about what's going on.
That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's
Like,
hand. So they end up chasing.
And I tend to fall on, you know, I don't know. It depends on what day it is. Some days I'm just like, nah, let's, you know, this whole thing's overblown. We don't need. He's old. That's lefty. What? And he got a hit. Nice.
Boy, this is some serious bragging rights for the next couple weeks in the clubhouse. When a relief pitcher
Is that his
gets in a
first
base
major
and
league
is
hit?
able to capitalize with a big base hit, he's not going to let the boys hear the end of this one.
But anyways, like, I don't really fall. I kind of fall in the middle. Like, I understand why it's happening, and I understand why we need to, because the CDC, you know, the CDC and the World Health Organization, they're gonna fall on the cautious side about everything, and they do their due diligence, and they are researching as fast as they can, as best they can. I just don't think that we have enough information yet. So, you know, this could be way blown out of proportion when we talk about this, you know, in 5 years from now. We're like, oh yeah, well, we really did just need to eat, you know, to wash our hands, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And stop eating pangolins.
Off the bat, it was pretty clear right
Or
away that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
close the borders for a week or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. Or in, you know, 5 years from now, we can be like, we didn't act more strict enough. We needed to be shut down for longer. We needed to do all this stuff. You know, it's just. And I think the amount of misinformation out there plays a big part in it too, because you got people that, you have the people on Facebook that are sharing the news stories that are saying, you know, Governor X, Y, and Z says this is all bullcrap,
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center.
and then you got
Makes the catch, and that's the
other
ball
governor
game.
who's like, no, this is the end of the world, we need to shut down everything now. It's just, you know, who do you listen to? And that's tough. That's tough for the average American, I think. I don't want to say that, you know, you never want to say something bad about Americans or the people in general, but I think so much of what we have in terms of the way that we live life is that you go by what other people say for a lot of that. You know, you go by how much, you know, Duplantier got the save, Bumgarner got a second win, Gaussman gave him a loss finally. Can't connect to the network. Uh-oh. Wi-Fi time. I think that's because of my wireless router. I think it's just the Xbox and the PlayStation don't like it. I think it just needs to reset for the network. So we got 4 with the Giants. we'll advance today. See what's going on. Zach Gallen versus Johnny Cueto.
And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Hello there, baseball fans.
Dodgers still haven't lost. Both teams 9-1.
Starting out in the NL West.
Who are the Dodgers playing?
11 hits overall as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco.
At St. Louis,
they
who
now have
is
5 straight wins.
7-3.
The Friars beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-1.
Got
The
Kershaw,
Los Angeles
Bueller,
Dodgers combined for a
and
4-hitter as they beat the Cardinals on the road
Urias.
7-0. The win is their
So
5th
I
straight
guess
as a team.
I don't know. Carlos
The
Martinez, they both
Washington
give up a lot of
Nationals
runs.
snagged 15 team hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 3-2.
Then they go they get Washington at home.
Throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned
I don't know if
run
they
as the
might
Titan
they might
Phillies
win
got
all
the
those
best of the
games.
Blue Jays 4-1. The Milwaukee
They might
Brewers
never win it. They might
15
never
hits
lose
as a
another
team
game
as they
ever
got
again
past the Reds
until they
in
play us.
Cincinnati 8-7.
Which
The
are
Pittsburgh Pirates
weirdly
nabbed the win
enough,
against the
we don't
visiting
play
Cubs,
them
6-3.
until
The New York Yankees picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the visiting Orioles 10-2.
June.
The Boston Red Sox racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays.
So, anyways,
3-2.
sorry for the
win was
rant.
their
I know I
6th in a
try
row.
not to talk about it,
The
but
Mariners
sometimes
totaled 11
necessary.
hits as they beat the White Sox
Thanks for
on the
watching,
south side,
and we will
7-3.
see you again next
The
time
Tigers
when
pitched
we
well,
try
allowing only
to
3 hits
at
as
least
they
take the
stole a
series
victory in extra
tie
innings over
with
the
San
Royals,
Francisco.
1-0.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Cesar Hernandez had